Water-cooled engines, fried egg headlights, an updated interior. I refer, of course, to the 996 generation of Porsche 911. It's no secret that the 996 signified a departure from some of the long-standing traditions of the 911, but it also laid the foundations for something rather special, the GT3. How did we get so lucky? Well, in the late 1990s, Porsche decided to abandon the GT2 class, which the 993 GT2 competed in, opting instead to race in the GT3 class. Now, to race in that series, Porsche had to abide by the homologation rules, which required them to build some race cars in the road car spec. And so in 1999, the 996.1 GT3 was born. Much to Porsche's surprise, demand for the road-going GT3 was unequivocal, once again reaffirming that cool cars are not designed by committee. And in 2004, they brought out the facelifted version, the 996.2, which is what we have here. In fact, we've got two of them. Now, the .2 is particularly special because it was the first GT3 to be built under the stewardship of Andreas Preuninger, director of GT cars at Porsche. That literally translates to, he's the man responsible for the best driving Porsches in the history of the company. It's a position he's held for over 20 years and he's overseen the development of every GT3 since the 996.2. He knows what customers want from a driver's car and he's spent his entire career delivering it. And for that, every petrolhead owes this man a debt of gratitude. In an interview a few years ago with Road and Track, he said, "A GT car needs this special intimacy between man and machine, interfaces where emotion can flow in the body. That makes the driver feel like an integral part rather than a user." This guy gets it. The driving force of emotion in the 996 GT3 is the 3.6 litre flat-six Metzger engine, which is in there somewhere, and it shares its DNA with the GT1 Le Mans car. In the 996.2, it revs to 8,200 RPM and propels the car to a top speed of 190 miles an hour. Now, you could option your 996.2 GT3 in either comfort or club sport specification, and the two cars we have here are actually both comfort specs, but the original owner of this car optioned the bucket seats, which I must say are rather buckety. Now, the club sport spec cars came with a roll cage, fire extinguisher and bucket seats, and unlike the 996.1, you didn't get a single mass flywheel. The other notable difference to the 996.1 is the rear wing, which no longer resembles a tacho. Instead, Porsche went for a flatter, biplane design. The split rims on the 996.1 were also updated to a Fuchs-inspired wheel, and carbon brakes became an option for the first time and are indicated by the yellow calipers. The fried egg headlights were also updated to the teardrop design. But beyond the technical specifications and racing pedigree, the 996 GT3 introduced something deeper to car culture, a rawness and connection that resonated with enthusiasts in a way few cars ever have. And that's precisely why the GT3 has grown into a cult classic. When it came out, some critics couldn't see past the fried egg headlights, the departure from air-cooled engines, but the GT3 isn't really concerned with aesthetics or tradition. It's about driving, pure, unadulterated driving. It's easy to see why this car still feels so relevant today. I mean, modern GT cars, they may be faster, more refined, but they also come with more technology, more insulation, and less of the visceral connection that defines the GT3. Every subsequent GT3 from the 997 to the 992 owes its existence to the 996 GT3. It established the formula: lightweight, naturally aspirated, motorsport-inspired engineering, and a focus on driver engagement above all else. And despite its historical significance, the 996 GT3 remains surprisingly accessible. Prices have risen over the last decade, but compared to rarer RS models or the newer GT cars, it still offers remarkable value for a slice of Porsche's most celebrated DNA. Although I must say, as a member of the aspiring 996 Owners Club, we have an agreement not to talk so highly of the 996 so that other people don't buy them up before we get the chance. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down below in the comments what you think of the GT3. Both of these cars are actually for sale with Pendine and available to be on Custodian, so make sure you check them out. And make sure to check out Custodian as well for all your car-related needs, whether that's insurance, you're looking to buy a new car, or you're just looking to manage the ownership of your current cars. I'll leave all the links down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.